Fatia Mohammed Noor, KTN News.
Away from that, and President Uhuru Kenyatta today officially launched the countrywide distribution of textbooks for Form 1 students to be issued free of charge. Making his address during the launch, the president promised that the program will proceed uninterrupted, timing it as one of the hallmarks that will define his legacy. But as Timothy Otieno now reports, the road to have a speedy implementation of one student to one book may undergo its first speed bump next week when Form 1s report to school.
It's the launch of this caravan today in Nairobi that may perhaps roll out what may go down in history as one of President Uhuru Kenyatta's biggest reforms in education. Nearly 18 million books are set to be distributed to students in Class 7, 8 and in Form 1 as the first term of school rolls on.
This initiative, while costing the government Kenya shilling 7.5 billion, has also realized a saving of 13.8 billion shillings.
It is funds that add up to nearly 33 billion shillings in total of widespread reforms introduced into the country's education sector since President Kenyatta assumed power in 2013. But the head of state hopes to define his legacy on a program that should see each child in both a public and private secondary school receive 6 textbooks for free, while those in Standard 7 and Standard 8 expected to receive 4 books already purchased by the government from more than 100 publishers in the country.
Over 1 million children are receiving over 6 million books. That is a momentous day for Kenya. And not just for Kenya, I think it has not happened anywhere else in the world.
We don't have to continually put pressure on our children on the basis of their exam results. Let us get the best out of them. Every single child is different and special in their own way. And this must be our objective, to get that best out of them, whatever that best is.
The program is expected to run in tandem with another of 100% transition from primary to secondary school, aimed at ensuring each learner is not left behind in the journey towards a more competence-based education curriculum. And with Form 1s expected to roll in secondary schools next week, the feasibility of the program will come into focus, considering the influx of more students into schools that have yet to expand their infrastructure.
And now, in the education sector, we have discovered one thing which I want to urge everyone that we live with. We do better and we succeed when we are together and when we speak to one another and when we consult. Talking at each other and sometimes spending a lot of negative energy on things never build anything.
And as consultations proceed, the president is already talking tough against critics of the rollout, insisting that the policy change is aimed at locking out cartels that collude with school heads to distribute and sell textbooks at inflated prices, some of which are not approved by the ministry.
So yes, we expect some dead stock. Yes, we expect a few losses here and there, but the greater good is to have every child get a book on day one. To me, that overrides everything else that we can be speaking today.
Sisi hatutacheka pamoja tena. Itakuwa anyway, that's not for here.
The books are expected in all 47 counties by Monday. Timothy Otieno, KTN News.
Thanks, Timothy, for that report. Once again, Najib Balala, James Macharia, Fred Matiangi, Henry Rotich, Joe Mushero, as well as Charles Keter have been retained as cabinet secretaries. So tonight, on our big question, we are asking you, do you feel each of the 6 retained cabinet secretaries deserve to stay in government? Do you believe each of the 6 retained cabinet secretaries deserved to stay